I welcome you all. Uh, Irina Kapoor, Assistant Professor, Swami Shraddhanand College. And I'm a coordinator of this workshop also. Since we have already discussed that it's a 1 month workshop and the classes will help twice a week. It means Monday and Friday. Every Monday and Friday we will meet. What we decided to do during the constraint of pandemic, which left us perturbed and compel us to sit back, leaving everything behind. What should we do? Whether we should also sit back or we should try to change this disguised situation or change this into an opportunity. So as an academician, what we decided to do is we decided to improvise it, right? And we decided to choose improvisation and decided to transmogrifying the baffled scenarios of this pandemic into blessings. So we are here with you, for you, in between of you, with a 1 month course, How to Write Poetry, an initiative of Udan, with the collaboration of Academic Affair Committee of Swami Shraddhanand College. Though the as per the protocol, though I should have to invite principal sir, but since he is in between of something and will join within 5 to 10 minutes, and so I would like now to invite Dr. Prerna Malhotra. She is a co-convener of Udan, to tell us something about Udan and how Udan is working for the students. Over to you, Prerna.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's always a pleasure to work on this virtual space with Swami Shraddhanand College. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, last time I remember we had organized one webinar in association with Swami Shraddhanand College, and that was in association with GIA. That's another group with which I am associated with. So, but this Udan, as its co-convener, it's very dear to my heart. We began this platform in early 2016. The idea came in early 2016, and it came with some Nukkad Nataks, especially. We began with it, and we held the first Nukkad Natak competition. It was a mega competition. We held it in the University of Delhi. And it was in fact mega successful. It was a grand success, as we had celebrity jury members. We had Dr. Chandra Prakash Dwivedi, if you have heard his name, for that Chandragupta fame and other TV serials. So we had Dr. Chandra Prakash Dwivedi, then we had Sudeepto Senji, then we had, I mean, many big names were associated with us. Anupam Kherji, he came for the valedictory program. We had Vivek Agnihotri, Pallavi Joshi, and so many other names were associated with us during that program. And after that, we held one workshop, 4 days workshop at National School of Drama for all the winning teams of that program. After that, we kept organizing workshops and other programs throughout the year. So we are not just an event management company kind of thing. I mean, we just don't organize annual programs, annual Udan Utsav. We engage with students throughout the year. So then we decided to have other verticals in Udan. First, it was Nukkad Natak, as I told you. Then we added writing, we added visual arts, in which we had graffiti, poster making, and other kind of arts, visual arts. We had filmmaking, then we added photography, music, dance, and so many other verticals were added to it. So next program we held in JNU, which was again very successful, and we had around 2,500. That was around the number which, if I can refer to it, I mean, That was the number of participants. 3 days program, again we had celebrities. The third program, third year, it was organized in DU, again the arts faculty. The fourth and the fifth uh, session of this program, Udan Utsav, it was held in Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts, which is considered the cultural hubs of the country. And it was organized in February this year. Sorry, this time it was held in March. Last year it was organized in February. So we have been organizing one of the biggest youth festivals of the country, I can say of the country. And then we have been engaging students throughout the year. As I said, we prepare a calendar, and accordingly we hold many activities, which includes master classes, workshops, and other kind of small competitions throughout the year. So we give opportunity to students, to artists, and I am glad to share with you that many of the artists who got associated with us, whether it was in films or it was in theater, some of them have established themselves as filmmakers, as theater persons. So one of our students, one of the persons who was associated with us, Ashish, he got an award last year in filmmaking. Similarly, another person also who got associated, he got an award. Anupam Kher, he offered an opportunity to two of our winners to have training of theater in his academy. So in a way, we have been providing opportunities, and we have been, in fact, also, I mean, one thing which distinguishes Udan from other such kind of organizations is, as our name suggests, the name of Udan suggests, it's an acronym for Unfolding Drama and Acts to Awaken Nation. So it makes it very clear that we work for the nation. We are working in the area of arts and culture, but ultimate aim is to work for the nation. So with that motive, with that vision, we started our journey in 2016, and here in 2020 we have already organized 5 Udan Utsavs, and we have organized hundreds of workshops in collaboration with colleges and independently as Udan also. In the beginning of this year, we had a workshop, 3 days intensive writing workshop, which was held from morning till evening. It was organized in association with Ramlal Anand College. Similarly, we organized many other programs, one with PGDAV College, which was a film appreciation workshop, and so many others. So most of the members of Udan, they are from Delhi University and other universities of Delhi NCR. Most of them are teaching, and some of them are from other areas as well. Like we have some mentors who are from the technical fields. Like we have mentors for each vertical. Big writers are associated with us. Narendra Kohli, who is one of the big names in Hindi literature, he came to take one workshop. And similarly, I mean, I can't list all of them here, but then we try to engage big names from the industry, from the creative line for the students of Udan. And I think it's a kind of successful journey so far. And this workshop, especially in association with Swami Shraddhanand College, I'm so glad that the English department, many members of the English department are there, although it has been organized in association with the academics committee or whatever, academics committee of the college. So it's my pleasure, and I'm really hopeful that, like our previous workshops, this workshop is also going to be very successful, and students are going to learn from it. And I have also come to know that participants are not only from Delhi University, rather the number of participants from outside Delhi is more than from Delhi. So I'm sure that they are going to enjoy this session and the coming sessions, and we will love to have their feedback throughout so that we can make improvements if needed. So all the best to all the participants, and I wish them good learning from this workshop. I hope that they will learn something from these sessions, and they will they will be in a position to write something towards the end of the course, and they will produce something. Maybe we can think about it. If something worthwhile comes, which I'm sure of might come, we can publish it also. So that would be another next step about it. So now handing over to Reena.
Thank you so much, Prerna. Thanks a lot. Since it's Udaan is a platform not only for the cultural activities but for literary activities also, I wish that students will get an opportunity and the chances to not only to refine their talent but also to show their talent. Since this workshop is going to be held in the collaboration of Academic Affairs Committee of SSN College, now I would like to invite Dr. Pradeep Kumar, convener of Academic Affairs Committee, to inform us, to tell us something about the committee as well as about the college before proceeding and before moving to the content. Dr. Pradeep Kumar. सर आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी. प्रदीप सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है. नहीं सर.
सर हेडफोन्स रिमूव करके ट्राई कीजिए.
शायद आ जाए.
सर हेडफोन्स का कनेक्शन रिमूव करके देखिए, शायद लाउडस्पीकर पे आवाज आ जाए. नो सर, आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
Reena, if you permit, I would also like to add something till Pradeep ji comes online. I mean, we are able to hear him. May I talk something?
Madam, I am online. I am online for the last 5 minutes.
Welcome, sir.
I listen to you, and when you hand it over to Reena and Pradeep ji.
Welcome, sir. Welcome in this workshop. Sir, can you please switch on your camera?
Mine, acha.
Okay.
Okay, लीजिए.
So now it's my privilege to welcome and invite Dr. Praveen Garg, Principal Swami Shraddhanand College. I would like sir to motivate the students and to share something, please.
Okay, thank you, madam. Thank you, Prerna ji, Reena ji. Thank you, Udaan team. Thank you, advisory committee and conveners. So it is my pleasure to get this opportunity to get involved in such a program of poetry learning. So it seems to be a very glamorous subject also, not only cultural or academics. And when Udaan has taken the initiative to start this poetry making, so and good and experienced persons, I should say, or mentors are with us to infuse academics and nationalistic approach among the participants. I wish it will be a grand success, not only by the efforts of our college, but great efforts will be made by UDAN also, and some good speakers, eminent personalities will be there to share with you, to give their wise direction, advices, academia from them our students are going to get. With this, I think you also will be involved in some kind of other cultural activities of UDAN to meet some famous personalities of cinema, media, and dramas I should also include. So with this, I take this opportunity to begin this program in a very big way, and I hope all my participants will give not only time but dedication. That is must in this case, as I think you will come to know during our mentors or advisors, our experts will come to you, not only time here but dedication. The in-depth dedication or experience should come from the heart. Not it will not come through bookish knowledge or through books only. So not taking much time, I again welcome you all, and again thanks to the entire committee, and I wish this program will run well and students will come in flying colors after completion of this program. Thank you, madam. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wishes.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the wishes as well as the motivation. Now I would like to invite, without wasting a minute, to Dr.
रीना जी, मेरी आवाज आ रही है अभी?
हाँ,
रीना जी, अभी आवाज आ रही है?
आ रही है सर।
ओके ओके। हाँ, नमस्कार। आज की इस वर्कशॉप में आप सभी का हार्दिक अभिनंदन, स्वागत। मैं डॉक्टर प्रदीप कुमार, हिंदी डिपार्टमेंट, स्वामी श्रद्धानंद कॉलेज। इस हमारे स्वामी श्रद्धानंद कॉलेज को लगभग 52 वर्ष हो गए हैं स्टेब्लिश हुए, 50 साल से ज्यादा। हमारे यहाँ दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी है लगभग बीएससी जर्नल, लाइफ साइंस, केमिस्ट्री ऑनर्स, फिजिक्स ऑनर्स, बीकॉम ऑनर्स, बीकॉम प्रोग्राम, बीए प्रोग्राम, बीए हिंदी ऑनर्स, हिस्ट्री ऑनर्स, ज्योग्राफी ऑनर्स, इंग्लिश ऑनर्स और यहाँ तक कि एमए हिंदी, लगभग 5000 विद्यार्थी हमारे यहाँ शिक्षा प्राप्त करते हैं। और साथ के साथ हमारे सहायक के रूप में कर्मचारी साथी और हमारे सभी प्रोफेसर्स दिन रात जो है इस काम को बढ़ाते हुए, अग्रसर करते हुए सहयोग करते हैं। और हमारा कॉलेज बहुत ही बेहतरीन तरीके से दिन रात प्राचार्य डॉक्टर प्रवीण गर्ग जी के निर्देशन में आगे बढ़ रहा है, सफलता को प्राप्त कर रहा है। आज इस वर्कशॉप को आगे बढ़ाते हुए, जिसमें हमारे इंग्लिश डिपार्टमेंट के वरिष्ठ सीनियर जो है वरिष्ठ साथी प्रोफेसर वाई.के. शर्मा जी हमारे बीच में उपलब्ध हैं और डॉक्टर रीना जी इसको बड़ी गंभीरता के साथ देख रही हैं। इसी कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाते हुए जैसे जैसे अवसर मिलेगा विद्यार्थियों को हम इन चीज से अवगत कराएंगे कि किस प्रकार से साहित्य का शब्द और काव्य के माध्यम से, शब्द और अर्थ के माध्यम से क्या रिश्ता है, उस रिश्तों को किस प्रकार से पिरो करके जीवन में उतारा जाता है। इन बातों के माध्यम से विद्यार्थियों को प्रेरणा और अवसर प्राप्त करेंगे। रीना जी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आगे की कार्रवाई बढ़ाने के लिए मैं आमंत्रित करता हूँ रीना जी को।
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for the motivation. Before moving further, I would like to share with some of the guidelines. Am I audible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I would like to share some of the guidelines of this workshop so that you can understand it, what to do, what we are going to do within these classes. So the first of the foremost thing is that these classes will held twice a week. It means every Monday and Friday, as we have already informed you. Second, the participation certificate will be provided to all the students, those who will attend all the classes. And the third thing which is very important is that since it's an academic course, so we are going to give you some assignments or the quizzes after every class, and you are supposed to submit it to just prove your participation or to mark your participation. The registered students are allowed only to attend these classes, and we will form a WhatsApp group just after this class, and we will add all the registered participants. So you will get each and every information related to this workshop on the WhatsApp group. In case of any queries, in case of any questions, you are free to ask. The team will be there, so you will be free to ask anytime. So now I don't want to be in between of you and the first speaker. The first speaker is Dr. Y.K. Sharma. Dr. Y.K. Sharma is an associate professor in the Department of English, Swami Shraddhanand College. And I would like to share that it's my honor that he accepted to mentor this poetry workshop, as well as he also accepted the request to provide
मुझे लग रहा है रीना जी का शायद कनेक्शन कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुई है, तो हाँ, तो आगे इसको प्रोग्राम को आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं.
Yes, ma'am. Dr. Y.K. Sharma, can you please take over?
Yes, okay. Yes, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Prerna Malhotra ji. Thank you, Akanksha ji. Thank you, Pradeep ji, Praveen ji. And very good evening to everybody. With you, the history of poetry, how poetry developed, and how it became a very popular art of expression, a very popular technical device. Poetry is the oldest, ancient, and one of the most popular literary art, and it is thousands of years ancient than the written device. The earliest poetry is believed have been recited or sung. Just like you see that in rural areas also, in India also, people sing so many type of things through songs and through music, through poetry. And in that they remember wars, they remember martyrdoms, they remember love, they remember sociology, politics, history, and everything is, you can say, discussed through poetry. And this is a tradition of thousands of years and thousands of years. And people have been following this oral tradition. And this tradition has been passed on from one generation to another generation. And still this is going on unabated. And people follow it because everything cannot be written, everything cannot be discussed. So people adopt this method of writing poetry, listening poetry, singing poetry, playing poetry in different manner. However, the epic poem seems to be the very popular and the highest literary device, highest literary art, epic poetry. And that is also very old art, appearing as early as the 20th century BC. Centuries later, other forms also appeared, that were, you can say, lyric, sonnets, odes, elegies, tragedies, comedies, they also appeared. But poetry remained the most popular art. Poetry is often closely related to the musical traditions, and the earlier poetry exists in the form of hymns. And in the hymns, religious songs, religious poems, and other things were sung. And in African Peninsula, Sumerian poetess Endomenus and other type of songs, hymns such as Hindu hymns and Hindu chants were also existed at that time. So poetry is a verbal art. Poetry can be said as a verbal art. People do not know that it is an art, but unconsciously this art kept on developing and developing and developing. Many of the poems surviving from the ancient world are recorded prayers, stories about religious subjects and about wars, about love, about history, about geography, about flora, about fauna, or about any other incident. And they include all type of accounts of the society. The author of the first poem is unknown, but however it is said the epic of Gilgamesh is the oldest epic. In that epic, the stories about quests and adventures were discussed or written in lyrical form, in poetical form, and it is beside the epic, the Rig Vedas. They were another very ancient poems. Song of the Weavers, it was written in Egyptian area or Mesopotamian area. The first poem, manuscripts of the Rigveda Sanskrit were composed in the 20th century millennium BC. Many scholars, particularly those researching the Homeric tradition and the oral tradition of Balkans, suggested that the early writing shows clear traces of older oral tradition, including the use of repeated phrases, building blocks of larger poetic units. A rhythmic and repetitious form would make a long story easier to remember and retell before writing was available as reminder. And you see how this poem survives by repeating and retelling. People, hundreds of people used to repeat it, retell it, resang it. So in this manner, this art passed on, continued it generation after generation, retelling and resinging. That was the prime weapon of this art. Thus, many ancient works from Vedas to the Odyssey, Purans, Bhagavats, Ramayans, Mahabharata, Gita appeared in this form in memorizing. But after some time, or maybe hundreds of years later, they were again written. Poetry appears among the earliest records of more literate cultures, with poetic fragments found in early monoliths, Runio stones, and stelae. They wrote on stones, big rocks, big trees. On pyramids also, the poet was used to write whatever they crammed. In Africa, poetry has a history dating back to the prehistorical events. They have hunting poetry, they have panegyric poetry, elegiac poetry, and they were developed throughout the ages. In Nigar Valley, Nile Valley, Volta's Valley, etc. And they also used the pyramid text written during the 15th century BC, while the Epic of the Sudenta is one of the most well-known example of Groit poetry. In that they used to praise somebody, they used to praise their king, they used to praise their landlord, they used to praise their goddess, they used to praise their tribal goddess or god. So it is called Groit poetry. So it was also another very ancient form. In African cultures, performance poetry is traditionally a part of theatrics, which was present in all aspects of pre-colonial African life, whose theatrical ceremonies had been more different functions, including political, educative, spiritual, and entertainment. And one of the surprising things that Africa is supposed to be one of the most, you can say, backward area of the world, but literary people were very rich. In almost all the functions, all the religions, all the activities, all the, you can say, political events, they sang or dance or recite poetry in one way or the other. Without poetry, no function was possible. Poetics were an element of theatrical performance, local than other artists. Linguistics, historians, accompanied by local instruments such as kora, zlam, mabira, dijme, drum. These are different type of African musical instruments, and African people were very fond of using musical instruments while singing poems. The oldest surviving method is speculative fiction poems, in which they used to tell strange stories, story in the form of poems, supernatural elements, unknown events, just like a mystic. The tale of shipwrecked sailor is an epic based on this method. An Egyptian epic written in heretic form. In heretic form means priestly hymns, and ascribed a date around 2500 BCE. Other sources mention the earliest written poetry to the epic of Gilgamesh. Hello, please. Hello. Written in cuneiform form, however, it is most likely that the tale of the shipwrecked sailor predates Gilgamesh by half a millennium. The oldest epic poetry beside the epic of Gilgamesh is the Greek epic Iliad and Odyssey and Mahabharata. And it is also said Mahabharata is supposed to be the longest poem in the world. It contains around 2 lakh shlokas. Hello? Please silent.
Sir, we can
Hello.
hear you.
Hello? हाँ बोलिए. Hello? Please. Ancient thinkers sought.
Sir, we can hear.
Hello? Ancient thinkers sought to determine what makes poetry distinctive as a form and what distinguishes good poetry from the bad poetry, resulting in the development of poetics. Or later on, people became critics, and that analytic method created a sense of good poetry and a bad poetry. With this development, poetics came into existence. People started talking about poetical qualities, poetical beauty, aesthetical senses also in poem. And some ancient societies, such as the Chinese society, they became a very good classics. They were the first people who analyzes the poetry as good poetry or the bad poetry. Developed canons of poetry. Classical thinkers employed classification as a way to define and assess the quality of the poetry. And Greek poets were the first to discuss Aristotle and others. Notably, Aristotle's poetry described the beauty of poetry, the aesthetic sense of the poetry, epic, comedy, tragedy, and other aspects of the poetry were discussed by Aristotle, and ruled to discuss the highest quality poetry of each genre based on underlying process of that genre. Later, 3 major genres were identified: epic poetry, lyric poetry, and dramatic poetry. Treating comedy and tragedy, they were other parts of the dramatic poetry. Aristotle's work influenced other areas also, Middle East, Islamic world, Europeans also, they were influenced, and European Renaissance was deeply influenced by the works of Aristotle. Later poets and the aestheticism often distinguished poetry from the defined it opposition to the prose, which was generally understood as writing with a proloquity to logical expression and global trade. Now you come to the Chinese poetry. Although Chinese were not very rich, but they also contributed in literary sense. They also wrote epics, they also wrote poems and other things. The classics of poetry, often known by its original names of odes of poetry, is the earliest existing collection of Chinese poems and songs. This poetry comprises of around 400 poems dating back from 10th to 17th century BC. The stylish development of Chinese classical poetry consists of such literary and oral cultural processes which are conveniently assigned to certain standard periods of eras corresponding with Chinese dynastic eras. But unfortunately, later on, when in China all these literary works were destroyed and people were not allowed to dance or sing or recite hymns or recite music or recite songs, etc. So after some time, Chinese people almost ignored poetry. Then came the modern development. The development of modern poetry is generally seen as having started at the beginning of the 20th century and extend into the 21st century, and then came in English poetry, Hindi poetry, and of course our Sanskrit poetry. Some writers believe poetry has its origin in oral songs. Most of the characteristics that distinguish from other forms of utterances, rhythm, rhyme, and compression, intensity of feeling, use of reference, repetition, appear to have come about from efforts to fit words of musical forms. In the European tradition, the earliest surviving poems, the Homeric and Hesiod Greek poet appear identify themselves as poems to be recited or chanted to the musical accompaniment rather than as pure song. Another interpretation is that rhythm, refrain, and cannings are essentially paratactics devices that enable to recite and reconstruct the poems.
Sharma sir.
हाँ,
Sharma
बोलिए।
sir.
जी जी
I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Actually, we have a group of mixed students, so it will be better if can you please use bilingual? I mean, in both the languages, Hindi and English, because most of the students are some of the students are from English background and some are from Hindi background also.
ओके 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 ठीक है ओके
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
In the pre-literate societies, these forms of poetry were composed and sometimes during performance. So in poetry, we can assume, we can say, ये कहा जाता है जैसे हम अपने रूरल एरिया से यू कैन कंपेयर, लोग गाते हैं, बजाते हैं, और वो एक पीढ़ी के बाद दूसरी पीढ़ी में ट्रांसफर हो जाता है. बाबा दादी के किस्से, सीनियर्स के किस्से. तो इन दिस मैनर पोइट्री ट्रांसफर्ड फ्रॉम वन जनरेशन टू अनदर जनरेशन. एंड वी एज वी इंडियंस वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड दिस वेरी इजीली. जैसे हमारे भजन हैं, हमारे कथाएं हैं, हमारे लोकगीत हैं, हमारे रूरल एरिया के गाने हैं. तो पीपल रिमेंबर वन जनरेशन आफ्टर जनरेशन. एंड इन दोज पोएम्स what happens, what is the theme? Love, martyrdoms, any gentleman, any bad man, animals, floras, faunas, marriages, traditions, customs, religions, everything is included. If you want to read history, you go to rural areas, they will tell you about everything in poems. हर चीज poem में मिलती चली जाएगी. There was a certain degree of fluidity to the exact wording of poems. And another thing is there, that when one poem passes from one area to another area, people change the wordings. Means they were liberty to change according to their language, according to their dialects. मतलब क्षेत्रीय भाषाओं में उनका क्या होता था, अनुवाद टाइप को अपने आप कर लेते थे. They were so intelligent. और the fluidity of the language, जो भाषा का प्रवाह इतना अच्छा होता था. जैसे हरियाणा की हिंदी है, वो यूपी में आके उसी चीज को दूसरे तरह से प्रेजेंट कर देते थे. तो लैंग्वेज वाज वेरी फ्लूइड फ्रॉम वन कॉन्टिनेंट टू अनदर कॉन्टिनेंट, फ्रॉम वन कंट्री टू अनदर कंट्री, फ्रॉम वन लैंग्वेज टू अनदर लैंग्वेज. पोइट्री सर्वाइव्ड इन दिस मैनर. एंड लिरिक पोइट्री is one of the most popular device. Lyric poetry, the development of literary poem, give shorter poem. In lyric poem, one idea is developed. जैसे प्यार है, it is developed in 14 lines, 18 lines, 20 lines. It is very popular. And there is a rhythm. जिसे हिंदी में कहते हैं ना rhyme, वो होती है. तो उसे गाने में, बजाने में, डांस करने में people used to enjoy it. So in this manner, it became a very popular device. And another thing, liberty was there. People used to use musical instruments. So because of this, people, it was also became a source of entertainment. The music, जैसे हमारे एरियाज में ढोलक है, तबला है. In this manner, in Africa, in China, in Europe, different type of musical instruments were also used. And with that, our poetry developed, kept on developing and surviving. And now we come to the richest language of the world, which helped the maximum to write the poetry. You see, आप सभी जानते हैं Sanskrit is the oldest language, and in this manner Sanskrit also contributed maximum in the development of poems and poetry and literary art. And in Sanskrit also you see Vedas are supposed to be the oldest literary art. हमारे जो संस्कृत के वेदास हैं वो पोएम फॉर्म में हैं और वो बहुत ही एंशियंट है, हजारों साल पुराने. Nobody knows the dates about them. Only guesswork is there. उनको एग्जैक्ट बता नहीं सकते कि वो कितने पुराने हैं. और इसी तरह हमारे बुद्धिज्म से रिलेटेड पोएम्स हैं, जैनिज्म से रिलेटेड पोएम्स हैं. दे आर थाउजेंड्स ऑफ ईयर्स बैक. और हमारे जो महाकाव्य हैं, महाभारत है, रामायण है, ये हजारों साल पहले लिखे गए थे. Nobody knows the exact dates of these epics. And as I have told you earlier, महाभारत दुनिया के सबसे बड़े महाकाव्यों में आता है. And everything is almost discussed in Mahabharata. All the literary arts are discussed in Mahabharata. All the, you can say, psychological aspects of the human beings are there in Mahabharata. And all the events of world history are there in Mahabharata. So Mahabharata is, it is said that it is the longest epic of the world. And after that, dramas also included in the poems, because a number of dramas were written in poetic forms. Dramas, poem, and stories were also written in poetic form. So it continued. You see, Panchatantra, Hitopdesha, Ratnagiri, they are all stories, but they are also written in poetical forms. So this is all about history of poetry in brief. Have you got it? This is all about a history of poetry in brief. Okay, Reena ji, this is enough.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this thought-provoking and brainstorming information on the history of poetry. I think if you can share any write-up, so I can share this with the students also on the WhatsApp group.
So should I tell just now or after some time?
No, you can share me. I will post it in the group. And as we
I will send you through WhatsApp, okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Sir, as we discussed, do you have any assignment or the questions for the students? So can we take it, or would you like me to call the next speaker?
No, if they are interested, so I can give them some questions also. Okay.
Please, sir, because as we discussed, since the assignment work will also be continuously going on, will go on with this workshop. So,
if you please note down that write a brief note. Write a brief note as the poems, as the most popular literary art. Poems as the most popular literary art. Write only one paragraph, it will be enough. Poetry as the most popular literary art. Have you written? Number 2, the appeal of poetry across generations, regions, and eras. Matlab, continuity of poetry. Appeal of poetry across continents, countries, and ages. Or next is, it is about developing your literary talent. Try to write a small poem. Try to write a small poem on corona, yoga, or any aspects, Indian aspect, which you feel comfortable with. Write a small poem on corona or yoga or any other aspects related with our culture or our festival or our, you can say, music. Next, contribution of Sanskrit in the development of poems. Contribution of Sanskrit in the development. Okay. Write a note on any popular theme of poems like love, mystery, supernatural element, God, etc. On anyone. Write a note on any popular theme of poems. I think these 5 questions will be enough for you to begin with.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I will share these questions even in the WhatsApp group also.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks
And we
everybody.
hope that your guidance will be with us.
Yes, yeah, I'll be with you. Thank you very much, everybody.
Now, thank you, sir. In this series, now I would like to invite Dr. Brijesh, the most enthusiastic professor of English, I must say, who has already taught in various colleges of Delhi University and also in the Center of for Gender and Development Studies in University of West Indies. Dr. Brijesh has been awarded his PhD in 2015 from Center of English Studies, JNU. Right now, he is working in Center for Germanic and Romance Studies, Delhi University. Over to you, Dr. Brijesh.
Ma'am, I think Professor Brijesh is not in the meeting right now.
Are you there in the meeting?
He's not here, ma'am.
हेलो रीना जी।
जी सर।
हाँ मतलब क्या सर नहीं है, निकल गए हैं क्या सर?
वो उनसे कनेक्ट नहीं हो पा रही हूँ मैं, तो आई थिंक विद दिस हिस्ट्री, with this history, since it's the first class and this is just the beginning of this course, so I think with this history we can move and जो स्टूडेंट्स जो भी व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप से जो जुड़ना चाहते हैं उनका ये लिंक मैंने शेयर किया है। आप व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में जुड़ जाएंगे तो बाकी की जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है वो आपको मिल जाएंगी। आई एम सो सॉरी डॉक्टर प्रेरणा मल्होत्रा, यू आर अबाउट टू से समथिंग, बट
हाँ, मैं यही थैंक यू डॉक्टर रीना।
प्लीज।
एक बहुत ही बैकग्राउंड के लिए बहुत जरूरी था हिस्ट्री ऑफ पोएट्री। आपने बहुत अच्छा ये सेशन रखा और डॉक्टर शर्मा ने इसको बहुत डिटेल में बताया, हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों। इनफैक्ट पूरा ग्लोबल एक सिनेरियो को लेकर इन्होंने पोएट्री को जो एक भूमिका रखी बहुत ही जबरदस्त रही। और आपने बीच में जो ये बात कही वो आगे के सेशंस के लिए भी ठीक रहेगी कि हमारे पास हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों का मिक्स्ड ग्रुप है, तो हमारे कुछ सेशंस में बाइलिंगुअल रहे तो वो ज्यादा ठीक रहेगा। डॉक्टर प्रवीण गर्ग ने बाद में ज्वाइन किया था, मैं उससे पहले ही अपनी बात रख चुकी थी। डॉक्टर गर्ग, मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि आपका कॉलेज बहुत ही अच्छे प्रोग्राम्स इस तरह के ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहा है। कितने सारे कार्यक्रमों की मुझे ही जानकारी मिली है कि आपके यहाँ इस तरह से ऑर्गेनाइज हो रहे हैं, एक बहुत ही अच्छी बात है। स्वामी श्रद्धानंद कॉलेज का नाम दूर दूर तक जा रहा है। आज का जो सेशन है उसमें भी कुरुक्षेत्र यूनिवर्सिटी, हरियाणा की और यूनिवर्सिटीज और थ्रू आउट इंडिया हमारे पास पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं, तो उन्हें भी पता चला है। प्रदीप जी ने बहुत डिटेल में बताया कि कॉलेज किस तरह से यहाँ पर कौन कौन से कार्यक्रम चलते हैं, कौन कौन से प्रोग्राम्स हैं, वो सब भी बताया। ये जानकारी भी जरूरी थी। तो श्रद्धानंद कॉलेज का मैं धन्यवाद करना चाहती हूँ कि आपने इस तरह का प्लेटफॉर्म उड़ान के साथ मिलकर जो हमने एक वर्चुअल प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया है, और मुझे उम्मीद है कि अच्छी पोएट्री इसके बाद लिखी जाएगी। और अभी चूंकि ब्रजेश जी सामने दिख नहीं रहे हैं, मीटिंग में नहीं है, तो हम अपने पार्टिसिपेंट से ही पूछ सकते हैं, कुछ फीडबैक ले सकते हैं लाइव यहाँ पर, और कोई कुछ अपना एक इंटरैक्टिव बताना चाहे कि किस तरह की पोएट्री लिखते हैं, तो उससे हमें आगे हेल्प भी मिलेगी। जो हमारे सेशंस होंगे उसको हम उसी तरह से इम्प्रोवाइज भी कर सकते हैं। तो अपना चैट बॉक्स में बता सकते हैं कि आप कुछ, आपके पास कोई अपनी पोएम लेकर आए हुए हैं या कोई और बात कहना चाहते हैं, तो डॉक्टर ब्रिजेश का भी एक तरह से इंतजार हो जाएगा और हम आपकी बात भी सुन पाएंगे। मुझे लगता है रीना जी, ये मैंने सुझाव दिया है, तो बाकी आप देख सकते हैं कि इसको कैसे करना है।
डेफिनेटली डेफिनेटली, थैंक यू सो मच। हम लोग वास्तव में स्टूडेंट से भी कुछ सुनना चाहेंगे, और डॉक्टर ब्रिजेश से मैं कनेक्ट नहीं हो पा रही हूँ। चैट बॉक्स में आपको एक फीडबैक लिंक भी दिया है। ये फर्स्ट क्लास है, और जो स्टूडेंट्स अदर यूनिवर्सिटीज से हैं उनकी क्या एक्सपेक्टेशंस हैं, वो कैसा लिखते हैं, वो और क्या क्या एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं इस वर्कशॉप से, डेफिनेटली हम वो भी जानना चाहेंगे। और फीडबैक फॉर्म आप सबसे मेरा सजेशन और रिक्वेस्ट दोनों ही है कि आप लोग फीडबैक फॉर्म जरूर फिल कीजिएगा। मीनवाइल आप में से जो भी पोइट हैं जो लिखते हैं, अगर वो कुछ शेयर करना चाहें तो मोस्ट वेलकम। एक चीज मैं और इन्फॉर्म करना चाहूंगी, जो लास्ट हमारी क्लास होगी, लास्ट क्लास में जो 2 बेस्ट पोइट हैं, वी विल select 2 best poems of 2 best poets, those who can write or those who will write the original poem. उनकी जो बेस्ट 2 पोएम्स होंगी उनको हम सिलेक्ट करेंगे। सो टाइम टू टाइम आपको सारी इंफॉर्मेशन व्हाट्सएप पे मिलती रहेंगी। और जैसा कि डॉक्टर प्रेरणा का सुझाव था, अगर कुछ ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो कुछ लिख के लाए हैं या कुछ शेयर करना चाहते हैं, तो डेफिनेटली ये प्लेटफॉर्म आप ही के लिए है, हम सुनना चाहेंगे। ओके,
हेलो।
नो वन, यस जुनेद।
या सभी को नमस्कार। मैं जुनैद रामलाल आनंद कॉलेज से, और आज की जो ये सेशन है वाकई मतलब एक बहुत ज़्यादा प्रोडक्टिव सेशन लगा मुझे अभी तक, क्योंकि आज पहला दिन था तो ज़्यादा कुछ हम डिस्कस कर नहीं पाए, लेकिन जितना भी अभी तक हमने सुना और देखा और जितने भी फैकल्टी मेंबर्स से हमने इंटरेक्ट किया, तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा हमारे लिए फ्रूटफुल है। और आई होप कि आप सभी के गाइडेंस में हमको और अच्छा कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा। बेसिकली मैं हिंदी और उर्दू में लिखता हूँ कविताएं या गज़ल, और मैं चाहूँगा कि यहाँ से मुझे और कुछ जानने और सुनने को मिले, देखने को मिले, सीखने को मिले, ताकि उस चीज़ को मैं और इम्प्रूव कर सकूँ और अच्छी चीज़ें पेश कर सकूँ आप सभी के सामने। थैंक यू।
थैंक यू जुनेद। एनीबडी एल्स, और कोई स्टूडेंट जो बाहर के स्टूडेंट्स जुड़े हैं हमसे, कोई और ऐसा स्टूडेंट हो जो अपनी जर्नी शेयर करना चाहता हो? Okay. Yes, Annie?
Yeah, I'm from Delhi University. I'm a science student, but I usually write in English as a hobby. Mostly I just focus on emotions and how people feel, but I'd really love to learn how to depict inanimate things through poems, you know, have a different perspective on how non-living things can even feel stuff. And that is something I would really love to learn from this session. I don't want to just stick to writing emotions about people. I want to, you know, expand how I write about things and my knowledge as well. That's all. Thank you.
So would you like to share something?
If you want, I can share one of my poems in the chat box. I have it in my notes, so I can share it there.
You can read it also.
I just get very nervous when I have to read stuff that I write. I'll try.
Don't worry. We are not seeing you. Don't worry.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. One second.
Meanwhile, Sharma sir, there is a question from a student. Can you suggest any best poetry book? If you can answer. Sharma sir?
Golden Treasury is the best collection of poems, a very good collection of poems. You cannot say best, which one is best, but the Golden Treasury is the best good collection of poems. Golden,
this is the title, no, sir?
Yes, Golden Treasury. It is a collection of poems from all, Treasury, yes, from all the ages.
Sir, any book which you can suggest on the history also?
History books are there, so many. Sainsbury, history of English literature related, any book can be read. Ligu Kazamiya, Arthur Compton Ricketts, Sainsbury, etc. But I think those books are literary books. But if they want to write poems, they should read and practice. जितना वो पढ़ेंगे अपने आप दिमाग में आइडिया आ जाते हैं. एक तो उन्हें पढ़ने की आदत डालनी चाहिए. न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ें, मैगजीन पढ़ें, टीवी से सुने कुछ. When they will listen to, they will start writing also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Annie, are you ready now?
नमस्ते मैम, मेरा नाम गरिमा है. क्या मैं शेयर कर सकती हूँ अपना एक छोटा सा एक्सपीरियंस?
जी बिल्कुल.
नमस्ते यहाँ पर प्रेजेंट सभी को. मैं गरिमा हूँ, दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी राजधानी कॉलेज से. तो मैं त्र्यंबकम नाटक नुक्कड़ नाटक की सोसाइटी है उससे भी हूँ. तो मैम मेरा एक्सपीरियंस यही रहा है कि पिछले 3 सालों में हम देखते हैं कि यूनिवर्सिटी में नुक्कड़ नाटक बहुत अलग अलग टॉपिक्स पर करे जाते हैं. तो वो 20 मिनट के नाटक से वी गेट अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स जिन पर हमें आइडिया मिलता है एंड हम कुछ लिख भी पाते हैं. और कुछ तो वो काफ़ी कुछ लिखने की मैंने कोशिश भी करी है. हिंदी, इंग्लिश, कुछ ना कुछ आइडियाज, सोशल इश्यूज का एक बहुत अच्छा आइडिया हमें नुक्कड़ नाटक के थ्रू आता है. तो इफ यहाँ पे जितने भी प्रेजेंट फेलोमेट्स हैं, इफ दे आर इंटरेस्टेड कि उनको कुछ प्रॉम्प्ट से आइडिया मिले कि किस पर लिखना है, तो नाटक देखना एक बहुत अच्छा मतलब एक तरीका रहेगा. एक उड़ान में भी हम काफ़ी सारे देखते हैं. और बाकी मैम इसी वजह से लाइक मेरे एक और दोस्त हैं यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट, मेरे सीनियर है विकास सिंह. तो हमने मिलकर एक इंस्टाग्राम पर पेज शुरू करा था, द अनसेड माइंड. तो हमने अनसेड उसको इसलिए रखा था कि हम लोग पहले कभी पोइट्री अपनी शेयर नहीं करते थे. तो बाकी फिर उसमें लिखना सीखा और भी लिखना चाह रहे हैं. और हमारे पेज का मोटिव है कि हम उसमें ये बता सकें कि पोइट्री का हिस्ट्री क्या है, पोइट्री के टाइप्स क्या हैं, और जैसे कि आप बहुत चीज़ें हमें ऑलरेडी बता रहे हैं. तो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दिस लवली सेशन जो आज आपने हिस्ट्री दी. एंड आई रियली होप आई गेट टू लर्न मोर एंड शेयर माय वर्क विद यू.
Definitely. This is the first session and a lot of things are coming. I mean, a lot of things are in between of the way coming for you. So I think this is the history session which we in which we try to cover the history of poetry. Next, we will come with the next session that will be of forms of poetry, right? So in the forms of poetry, whatever the informations will be, I will share in the WhatsApp group. The link will also be shared in the group. Before concluding this session, I request you to fill the feedback form. I share the link even on the WhatsApp also. Before moving further, I would like to thank Dr. Praveen Garg, Principal Swami Shraddhanand College, Dr. Pradeep Kumar, Convener, Academic Affairs Committee, Dr. Prerna Malhotra, Co-Convener, Udan, and all the students and those who registered for this workshop. And definitely your feedback will help us not only to improvise us but also to get to know about your expectations and to work accordingly. So thank you so much again, and wish to see you all in the next week, Friday at 4.
Ma'am, please share the question on the group.
Yeah, definitely. I will share. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
तो रीना जी, आज का ये सेशन कब तक रहेगा?
आज का सेशन बस समाप्ति है। अगला सेशन शुक्रवार को रहेगा 4 बजे से।
अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है ठीक है।
क्योंकि
और फिर
उनसे मेरा संपर्क नहीं हो पाया है, विजय जी से।
कोई बात नहीं। और
विजय जी से संपर्क नहीं हो पाया तो उन्हें हम नेक्स्ट सेशन में लेने की कोशिश करेंगे।
हाँ, और ठीक है, हम उस तरह से बात भी करके रखें और कोशिश करें कि टॉपिक का मतलब उस सेशन का थोड़ा सा, जैसे आज आपने बता दिया था स्टार्टिंग में ही कि हिस्ट्री ऑफ पोएट्री रहेगा, इस तरह से किसी ना किसी दिन का आगे का क्या रहेगा, अगर पहले सजेस्ट कर दे तो बच्चे प्रिपेयर भी होके आए, या फिर जो है जैसे भी स्टार्टिंग में बता भी दें। और उसमें कोई कुछ पोएट्री लिखने का, कविता लिखने का ढंग हो सकता है, कुछ कविता सुनाई भी जा सकती है, कुछ हमारी तरफ से भी हो जाएंगे, कुछ बच्चे भी सुनाएंगे। और विषय की बात जहाँ तक है तो किसी भी विषय पर कविता हो सकती है, उस चीज का एक वो था। और अगर समाप्ति की बात है तो फिर आज छोड़ देते हैं, बाकी कल से फिर नए सिरे से शुरू कर सकते हैं। कुछ विषय मैं भी उसमें हिंदी में सुझाता रहूंगा और बता भी रहूंगा, और अवसर मिला तो कुछ ना कुछ कविताओं का हम आपस में आदान प्रदान भी करेंगे।
जी बिल्कुल सर, बिल्कुल। ये इसीलिए क्योंकि फर्स्ट सेशन था तो इसीलिए स्टूडेंट के साथ कुछ शेयर नहीं हो पाया था। अब जिन बच्चों ने ग्रुप ज्वाइन कर लिया है उनको मैंने वैसे बता भी दिया, ग्रुप में पहले भी उनको इंटीमेट कर दिया जाएगा कि नेक्स्ट सेशन किस पर होगा और स्पीकर कौन होंगे। ये सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन अब उन्हें ग्रुप में मिल जाया करेगी।
जी जी,
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
ठीक है।